Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, yea, proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Dear God, as we gather here today, we acknowledge your presence and say thank you. We thank you for the memories and guidance that will last us a lifetime. We thank you for the support systems that you've allowed each of us to have. We thank you for continuously giving us the strength to better ourselves in our education. We thank you for protecting us and guiding us through this pandemic. We are grateful. We're grateful for each other, and most importantly, we're grateful for the friendships that will help carry us through. We ask that you allow each and every student in the graduating class to embark on journeys of success and happiness. And when the journey gets rough, guide us to turn to you for help. And when we've reached our goals, guide us to turn to you and give thanks. We ask that you allow us to remember that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Allow us to carry it in our hearts as you continue making ways for the class of 2020. Our waymaker and miracle worker, you've been a promise keeper and the light in the darkness of COVID-19. We say we're thankful, ready, and grateful for all that you have waiting for us. Amen.
Good evening. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and the graduating class of 2020, I welcome you to the 116th commencement exercises of our historic school. I officially declare this commencement exercise open. Welcome Superintendent Gimmel. Welcome board members, Ms. Linda Keller, Mr. Tom Bell, Ms. Susan Hayes, Mr. Lindsey Clark, Mr. Jeff Moore. Welcome to our local and state elected officials. Welcome parents, welcome community, welcome friends, and welcome everyone who is viewing our ceremony tonight as a way to recognize and honor our graduates. Tonight, the class of the year 2020, our students will receive recognition for having completed the course of studies that this school and the Christian County Board of Education requires before a diploma is awarded. Congratulations, graduates. You have earned this night. Some of you have worked hard. For others of you, it came a lot easier. Like the parable, some of you arrived at the first hour, so to speak, and others of you arrived much, much later, some of you at the very last hour. None of that matters now, though, for each and every one of you are a graduate. Whether you're basically a future rocket scientist or a student who got by the skin of his or her teeth, it no longer matters. You made it, and this is your night, and we want to congratulate you from the bottom of our hearts. Been a lot of effort to make this night possible. To the parents, grandparents, guardians, family members, teachers, everyone who worked together to make this happen, congratulations. Your many hours of dedication, love, and support are on display for each of us tonight. Thank you for what you've done. And Hopkinsville High School teachers and staff, we want to also thank you again for the support, for the encouragement, and for the plain hard work that you gave to make this night possible. You worked tireless hours. There's always one more paper to grade or something else to do. And we want to congratulate you and we want to thank you for the part you played to make this night happen. I very much want to thank Ms. Wooten, our administrative team, the graduation committee, and our class sponsors who have worked so tirelessly to make this night function smoothly and in good order. And we also very much appreciate the work that Hopkinsville Middle School had in making this night possible. And as part of that, I've asked Miss Wendy Duvall, the honored principal of Hopkinsville Middle School, to greet you and congratulate you as your former principal.
Thank you, Dr. Gunn, for allowing me to talk to the class of 2020. I want you all to know that I am so proud of you. You are my HMS babies, and I know that your senior year, your senior season, and your senior prom did not go as expected. But the biggest, most important thing is celebrating you and the hard work that you put in for the last 12 years. For many decades, this day was celebrated differently, but history found you. An event that changed our lives, changed the way you learn, changed the way you socialize, changed the way we do everything. And then to add insult to injury, as the weeks went on, we realized that your senior year would not be what you expected it to be. No longer would you walk the halls, high-five your friends, and hang out in the hall. But week after week, you pushed through your coursework. You didn't give up, and we are here today to celebrate you. We wish we could have given you the graduation you deserve. We wish we could have given your grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles and cousins a chance to scream out your name as your name is called and you walk across the stage. We wish we could gather afterwards and have cake and have a grand party. But maybe you've gained something more important than that. Maybe, as young people, you realize that whatever adversity you face, you can work through it and you can win. Although you're entering a different world than you entered last August, the world needs you. You are ready for what lies ahead, and I am so proud of you. So hold your head high, class of 2020. You have conquered the coronavirus and succeeded.
Good evening. I am Javon Level, and I had the honor and privilege to be a part of this class, this school, and this great community as a student of Hopkinsville High School. This evening, I welcome each of our family, friends, and distinguished guests, and thank everyone for joining us today as we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of the members of the class of 2020. Before we begin, I want to take a few moments to acknowledge the proud legacy of military service in Hopkinsville. Today, this proud tradition of service continues as many of our graduating seniors, who, like many other distinguished heroes before them, will go on to fight for the freedom and defend the values we cherish today. I can think of no better example of students who exhibit the qualities of active citizenship than these brave young men and women. I would like to recognize these students, active duty members, and veterans publicly by asking for a moment of silence as we gratefully acknowledge their bravery and willingness to serve the country and fellow Americans. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020.
I am a planner. I thrive on having everything planned out and knowing what's going to happen. I'm sure you can imagine how this whole situation made me feel. In the words of Sharpay from High School Musical, this is not what I want, this is not what I planned, and I just gotta say, I do not understand. I would have sung those lines, but my brother told me I should only sing if I wanted to make a fool of myself. Really though, I know a lot of people are feeling the disappointment I feel too. Losing events you have waited on for years isn't easy, but hey, at least everyone will always remember the class of 2020. These times have been tough for us. We didn't get to say goodbye to our friends or see our teachers one last time. We didn't get a senior prom or a senior picnic. We didn't get the graduation we had always imagined. But we did something amazing. We found other ways to connect. From Snapchat group chats to Zoom meetings and classes. We had parades for our friends' birthdays, and we attended virtual proms. We reconnected with some people we hadn't spoken to in months or years, and we thank those who are working hard for us. We persevered. We have shown the strength of the class of 2020. Over the last 4 years, we've had some pretty good times, and we need to remember to not let the bad overtake the good. I have a story about myself in 7th grade when I was a little more awkward, a little more shy, and a whole lot more dependent on what people thought of me. So in 7th grade, I saved up my money and I bought tickets to see One Direction, and I was so excited. At 13, seeing One Direction in concert was like the peak of anything that had happened in my life so far. So I got all dressed up, and my mom and I went to Nashville, and it was amazing. I danced and I sang to every single word. And then when we got home, I changed in my pajamas, and my heart stopped. You see, I had 2 pairs of shorts that were the exact same. However, one had a very large hole right in the butt. And I'm sure you can imagine where this story is going. I realized I had danced and jumped up and down all night in a pair of shorts where you could very clearly see my underwear. I was embarrassed for a little while, but now when I look back on the concert, I don't think of my embarrassing choice of shorts. I think of how happy I was seeing Harry, Niall, Louie, and Liam and Zayn sing on that stage. And the hole in the pants story is a good story to tell in a speech. So although high school wasn't perfect, and it didn't end perfectly, we had the experience, and we've had some good memories that we need to hold on to. So forget the hole in the pants part of high school. Cherish the One Direction part of high school. The Hopkinsville High School class of 2020 is strong and memorable. There are some pretty remarkable people in our class. I can't wait to see where everyone ends up. I'm not going to say we're going out into the real world, because weren't we already in the real world? So as we leave high school, that strength will serve us well. We will make mistakes, and heaven forbid our parents were right, learn from them. We're going to make our mark on this world. Some of us will make our mark here in Hopkinsville, while others make it hundreds or thousands of miles from here. We will make a difference in our own way, and it will be amazing to see. The closure we lack from missing the end of the school year will be made up for by all the other milestones we reach. I wish you all the best in life, and I feel truly blessed to have known each one of you. I want to leave you with a quote by John Mayer if you're struggling now or for any time you struggle in life. Someday, everything will make perfect sense. So for now, laugh at the confusion, smile through the tears, be strong, and keep reminding yourself that everything happens for a reason.
Troy Good was born and raised in Christian County and has been the agriculture teacher at Hopkinsville High School for 27 years. In 1993, Mr. Good graduated from Murray State University with a bachelor's degree in agriculture, and in 1996 with a master's degree in agriculture. In 2001, Mr. Good completed a rank 1 in educational leadership. Today, Mr. Good is a devoted husband, father of 3, teacher, evangelical minister, and cattle farmer. I have been fortunate enough to have Mr. Good not only as a teacher for the past 4 years of high school, but also as a mentor. Mr. Good has prepared his students for life after high school by sharing his experiences through elaborate storytelling and showing us what it means to be an honorable person, educator, and man of God. Without further ado, here's the one and only Good.
Good evening, graduates of the 2020 class of Hopkinsville High School, parents, grandparents, family, and members of the Christian County Board of Education, Superintendent Gimmel, and the faculty and staff of Hopkinsville High School. I was extremely honored to be asked to give the commencement address tonight. And I think anybody would be, especially somebody involved in education. But it wasn't until I sat down and began to gather my thoughts and put pen to paper that I realized what a distinct privilege and honor it would be to bring the remarks tonight. And I wouldn't say that I hold the world's record for attending commencement at Hopkinsville High School, but I certainly have to be on up there. This is my 27th graduation ceremony that I've gone to, and in that time I've heard many, many different types and kinds of commencement addresses, and the ones that seemed to be appreciated the most by those in attendance were the speakers that went very briefly, and especially back when we were crammed into Tiger Gym here before the air conditioner was installed. And yes, I'm that old. I predate an air conditioner at Hopkinsville High School in many of the buildings, even my own classroom. But I've heard commencement addresses that were written to be quite funny and humorous, and I've heard commencement addresses that were very serious and asked us to reflect back on the last 12 years. And I've heard commencement addresses that asked us to look forward to the future. But all this begs the question, what do we say to a group of young people, a group of graduates that have been denied the opportunity and the experiences of so many of life's simple pleasures, things that the rest of us have taken part in and probably now just take for granted that we went through it. I promise not to linger on what you've lost, but I would like to acknowledge it. We have graduates here that's missed the opportunity to play the final year of their senior sport. Had students in class that were probably in line to break some school records and perhaps some state records. We had some sports left to play that very easily could have found themselves in a state tournament. We have graduates that missed the opportunity to attend their senior prom, and as serious as that may seem, the day will come when you're my age and your child finds that old prom picture and reminds you used to be thinner and you used to have more hair. That's an experience that some of y'all will never have. We had graduates that were active in clubs and activities, and they have some unfinished business. I'm sure there's conferences and conventions and camps and competitions that hadn't been gone to. Band and guard members ideally would be practicing now for marching season. Choir members, cheerleaders, dance teams. I don't think anybody was probably disappointed to miss finals. I doubt anybody was sad to not have to take their final, but every graduate here tonight was denied that last few weeks of your senior year, an opportunity to say goodbye to your classmates and possibly your teachers, or that one last walk down the historic hallways here at Hopkinsville High School. And it can be very depressing to linger on what we've lost, on missed opportunities. Of course, the word optimist itself has its root in the word opportunity. And I vow not to linger on what you've lost, but I did feel like I needed to shed some daylight on it. And I could say a lot of things to help you make peace with a situation like this. And as a sage educator, I have a ton of statements and thoughts that I go around with all the time, like about how adversity builds character, how that which does not kill me only makes me stronger. And one I actually do like a lot is the measure of a man is not how high he climbs, but how quickly he recovers from a fall. But the absolute truth will be that our character and not our circumstances define us. So being closely associated with the graduating class of 2020, I'm already aware of your character, and I would rather talk tonight about you than what you missed. And my thoughts and memories of the graduating class of 2020 won't be that you held a virtual graduation. My thoughts and memories of you will be of your accomplishments. Just a few short years ago, our school was mired in declining test scores. I hate to say that, but the truth is what we always have to deal in. And today we're recognized as being in like the top 25% of all 390 high schools in Kentucky. And that's quite the accomplishment, and an accomplishment that we can thank these young people here for tonight. And I will remember you by what you've overcame. You were born in perilous times. The year that most of you were born, the United States invaded Afghanistan. Because of our close proximity to Fort Campbell, we have a lot of students here with family members and loved ones in the military, and I've seen you come to school and perform and study and do well under the thought that you had a loved one that had been deployed in a war zone, and deal with the uncertainty of that. And the year that all of you started kindergarten, the federal No Child Left Behind law was signed into effect, and it largely changed how curriculum is presented and how teachers teach and the types and kinds of things that we see as important. And as educators, I've sat through numerous meetings where we said, my goodness, how are these kids going to react? How will they learn under this new way? And you came to school and you flourished in a strange new environment. I definitely will choose to remember the class of 2020 by your accomplishments. We have over 50 honor graduates, 2 students with perfect 36 scores on the ACT, 2 national merit finalists, 8 Governor Scholars, 1 Governor School of the Arts. We have almost 100 athletes, over 100 college-ready students, over 100 career-ready students, and we have 1 young man that's been accepted to one of our U.S. military academies. Yes, our character needs to define us, not our circumstances. You entered school through a doorway, a chance to learn and to grow, and the diploma that you hold tonight, I often hear it referred to as a key that unlocks doors, just simply a key that unlocks doors. I won't say as an educator that offends me, but as an educator, to refer to your diploma as just a key, I think does it a big disservice, because the education that you've received at Hopkinsville High School has certainly done more for you than unlock doors. And education is also about relationships. And education is also about personal growth. And education is also about tapping into your leadership abilities. And education is about unlocking your talents. And education is about challenging yourself to achieve. But today you stand at the back door, and you're armed with the tools that you need to be successful in today's world. And I hope that each and every one of you will reach your full potential. We have a tendency as human beings to place ourselves inside of a box and say, this is how hard I try. This is how hard I work. This is how much I achieve. I would encourage everyone tonight to decide for yourself to get out of that box, to step out and find your full potential. Imagine if every one of you tonight reached your full potential. If you challenged yourself to achieve all that you possibly could. If you never took the easy way out. If the road less traveled was the only path that you took, and you never settled for less than your best. In 1836, John Deere started the John Deere Corporation. In a time when most companies didn't have company mottos, John Deere made the company motto, everything that I put my name on receives the very best of me. From birth until today, your family and hopefully your teachers have instilled in you the best that they have. I feel like you owe it to those who have gone before you to achieve all of this success that you possibly can. But that begs the question, what is success? Society would have us think that success is measured by a monetary value, that success is somehow tied to our net worth. I would say that monetary gain might be the smallest measure of success, that success could truly be measured by how we treat others. Success could be measured by how many of our personal goals we set out to achieve, that the value we place on relationships, and just like you have found out through this coronavirus quarantine, how we deal with adversity. And I would also remind you that where you come from has nothing to do with where you're going. To the graduating class of 2020, I hope that God grants you speed and strength for your journey. Thank you.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter. I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Ooh, mountains, We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise on the freedom, rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ego, rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Ooh, mountain, take it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise on the freedom, rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, we will rise, we will rise. Oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, you, for you, we will rise again.
I want to give several special recognitions at this time. First of all, Perfect Attendance Awards. Angel Rodriguez has had perfect attendance this entire year. Congratulations, Angel. Also, Megan Grace has had perfect attendance this entire year. Congratulations, Megan. Next, I want to proudly announce our valedictorians. Jerry Baldwin Morse II. Bryce Andrew Robinson. We are extremely proud of them for their hard work and their perseverance. Congratulations. Also, our salutatorian, Hannah Elena Kroom. We're very proud of you, Hannah, for your hard work. Congratulations. And now the rest of our top 10 students. Greer Marie Givens, Ashlyn Taylor Montgomery, Janae Burke Bracey, Garrett Austin Powell, Tanishka Shreya Singh, Isabel Nicole Keys, William Mason Rye, Lauren Michelle Lange. Much congratulations for your hard work during your tenure at Hopkinsville High School. We are proud of you. As principal of Hopkinsville High School, I submit the candidates for graduation.
Edward Manuel Acosta Collin. Chandler Elizabeth Adams. Justin Ray Hunter Anderson. Zachary Ayers is here. Zachary Wayne Joseph Ayers. Natajie Nicole Babb. Georgiana Gail Baker. James Ryan Ballard. Lucas Andrew Ballard. Caleb James Bapp. Shayna Victoria Barker. Javon Markel Barnes. Savannah Lee Barnes. Veronica Barron. Xavier Barron. Maxwell Stephen Bowserman. Michael Wesley Bedwell. Jeanette Ariel Belial. Dariana Dejanay Bell. Jacqueline Reese Bell. Allison Jean Ballou. Terriana Latrice Bingley. Javier DeKeven Bland. Angela Ray Blattle. Janae Burke Bracy, top 10 graduate. Holly Christine Bradshaw. Jacob Anthony Braswell. Elizabeth May Bernal. Janaya Ariane Brown. Lainey Elizabeth Brumfield. Timothy Isaiah Bumpus. Bethany Shea Burnham. Christopher Montez Bussell. Detroian Demon Bussell. Xavier James Bussell. Malaysia Olivia Cheyenne Butler. Anaya Denasia Caldwell. Tyrell DeTravion Caldwell. Mary Kristen Campbell. Quentin Malik Carlton. Gaspar Carmelo Hernandez. Matthew Salem Carter. Charles Pierce Casey. Ashley Christina Cobb. Whitney Louise Coker.
Ellie Catherine Colburn.
Alsacia Lynn Colby. Michael Leroy Combs. Eileen Hisako Cook. Daniel Allen Combs. Samantha D. Cordell. Decorian Montrell Cowan. Hannah Elena Kroom, salutatorian. Janazia Daniel. Destiny Deshay Davy. Jackson Blake Davis. Anna Maria Josette Deason. Joshua Lee Deeds. Chandler Ray Dodd. Brinley Christelle Drake. Catherine Elizabeth Du Bois. Olivia Noel Elkins. Robert Grayson Eller. Annalise Neve Escobar. Laura Marie Fisk. Faith Marie Forcioni. Monye Elise Gatlin. Nathaniel Michael Gentry.
Greer Marie Givens.
Madeline Grace Good. Megan Elizabeth Grace. Clayton Andrew Graham. Michael Allen Graham. Shanice Charday Graham. Anais Nashay Gray. Tyrell Keyshawn Gray Lewis. Timothy Arnez Green. Tyler Reed Greenwell. Olivia Grace Groom. Eric LaShawn Grubbs. Zachary Nathaniel Google. Kayla Cheyenne Hall. Madison Lorraine Hallmark. Marley Louise Hancock. Bryce Michael Hansen. Caitlin Denise Harnett. Jeremiah Keon Harris. Sydney Reed Harris. Jason Ray Hartman. Tayshawn Amarian Head. Ariana Nashay Hurst. Frederick Malik Henderson. Esteban Idrago Hermosillo. Dayana Hernandez. Madison Lynn Hibbs. Jakaya Victoria Hinton. Kylie Elizabeth Hodge. Lauren Faith Hodge. Zoe Maria Hollis. Yeah. Welby Morgan Horn. Caleb Allen Huddleston. Emily Ann Hudson. Shelby Lynn Eisenhoff. Janaya Zanae Jackson. Paige Marie Jenkins. Colton Nicholas Joachim. Sarah Olivia Johnston. Latham Reese Joyner. Janasia Monet Jones. Robert Lee Jones. Zacchaeus Jesse Jones. Cameron Malik Jordan. Lane Robert Jorgensen. Havon Miguel Kaminsky. Isabel Nicole Keys, top 10 graduate. Anna Victoria King. Connor Lee Lackey. Hayden Lynn Lackey. Naomi Marie Ladd. Aisha Renee Lagori. Maya Tylee Lane. Lauren Michelle Lange, top 10 graduate. Madison Elise Larange. Devin Joseph Locks. Javon Joseph Level. Jeremy Wayne Leak II. Corleon Deshaun Lewis. Emma Elizabeth Lyle. Nicholas James Lodge. Alondra Lopez. Zaria Renee Manning. Mason Nevin Marchand. Savion Avante Martin. Fabiola Nicole Martinez. Manuel de Jesus Martinez.
Daquan Mays and family are checking in.
Dequan LaRon Mays. Tatiana Jeray McDonald. Nalasia Tynice McKinney. Amari Tyree McShann. Julian Stephen Dean Michael. Keely Blaine Miles. Caleb James Miller. Dustin Gage Miltonberger. Ashlyn Taylor Montgomery, top 10 graduate. Ian Lucas Montgomery. Mydasia Sharice Montgomery. Alisa Marie Montoya. Dominique Sheree Moore. Elizabeth Dawn Morris. Cassidy Ray Morris. Jerry Baldwin Morse II, co-valedictorian. Layla Simone Moyd. It's Kiani. Kiani Deshay Mumford.
love it.
Demario Javon Murray. Diane Marie Neely. Samantha Ray Newby. Joseph Wynn. Jessica McGregor O'Brien. DeAnthony Marquise Ogburn. Hope Elizabeth Pace. Brianna Imana Danae Parker. Jaquan Marquise Patterson. Jayla Laterica Patton. Savannah Jane Peck. Ariel Petey. Chase Montgomery Pemberton. Malik Dewan Perkins. Micah Dwayne Perkins. Jordan Dupree Pitts. Mary Angeline Poe. Nicole Page Points. Carter Grant Pollard. Raina Marie Pound. Trace Allen Pound. Tyrese James Pratt. Preston Everett Durham Pryor. Garrett Austin Pyle, top 10 graduate. Dontavia Abriana Quarles. DeAlvius Lamar Quarles.
President Durham and family checking in.
Slade Jackson Ramsey. Daniel Ian Reed. Okay. Dania Monet Richards. Rebecca Lynn Rickard. I'll take that down. Jocelyn Francesca Rivera. Jaslyn Marie Rivera. Joshua Jesus Rivera. Bryce Andrew Robinson, co-valedictorian. Angel Gabriel Rodriguez. Jolie Roman Vargas. Beyonce Montecalvo Rondina. Jayana Aria Rose. William Mason Rye, top 10 graduate. David Lee Shibley. Ariana Charisse Settles. Chase Everett Shannon. Jamaria Kalante Shaw. Savannah Grace Shepard. Tanishka Shreya Singh, top 10 graduate. Alyssa Grace Skinner. Zlatko Skoljan. Javon Mondrell Smith-Rudd. Jesus Angel Sotelo. Blake Alexander Sal. Brett Timothy Stallings. Clara Helen Michelle Stanley. Audrey Kathleen Stewart. Taya Brianna Straight. Jalen Lamar Taggart. Kanan Sinclair Tapp. Amaria Faith Thompson. Heather Elizabeth Tucker. Maritza Jasmine Uribe. Brianna Marie Van Landingham. Andrea Ventura. Donquavion Dwayne Victor. Logan Edward Kane Warner. Aaliyah Monique Watkins. Anna Nicole Watson. Deasia Siobhan Watson. Kylie Renee Watson. Davion Xavier West. Elise Nayaya West. Jeremiah Isaiah Wester. Tajiri Deshawn Weston. Tristan Devon Wheeler. Destiny Nicole Wilfong. Douglas Travis Lamont Wilford II. Sierra Monique Wilkins. Jeriana Nicole Williams. Tiana Michaela Williams. Kanaya Elijah Willingham. Imani Kai Wilson. Jenny Marie Wilson. Shelby Lynn Winters. Jade Elbrea Witherspoon. Stephen Daniel Wooten. Charisma Danae Young. Kavani Lee Young. in memory of Zachary Isaiah Cheatham.
Please stand. I now declare you graduates of Hopkinsville High School. Parents and family members, ladies and gentlemen, honored dignitaries, it is my distinct honor and my great privilege to present to you, on behalf of the faculty and staff, the 116th graduating class of Hopkinsville High School, the class of 2020. In recognition of your entrance into the ranks of the graduated alumni of Hopkinsville High School, the tassel on your mortarboard should now be moved from the right to the left.
Let us pray. Dear God, I come before you today to give thanks. Thank you for watching over us in these uncertain times, for keeping us safe and giving us comfort. Thank you for watching over those who are sick and for bringing peace to their families. Thank you for the years we've had at Hopkinsville High School, though they were cut short, and thank you for all the teachers and mentors who have invested so much into us and our education. I ask that you would watch over us and guide us as we take the next steps in our lives. Help us to use what we have learned to make the right decisions and leave a lasting impact on our world. Help us to never stop learning and to always strive to be better than we were yesterday. In your name I pray, amen.